Hello, everyone. A very good morning. This coming November 30th, 2020, we have a full moon and lunar eclipse at 8 degrees Gemini. Now, full moons are when things are revealed for what they truly are. They come into their full picture. The full moon is the only time in the lunar cycle when the disk of the moon is fully illuminated. By definition, full moons bring clarity, transparency, and disclosures. Now, since this full moon is also a lunar eclipse, we actually change gears to a whole new level of disclosure. This eclipse, which is occurring in Gemini, is actually a penumbral north node eclipse. And we now know that north node eclipses are concerned with the future. And Rahu eclipses are always for the progress, unlike the Ketu or the South Node eclipses, which are only concerned with the karma in the past. So North Node, all about our future, how we can progress. So when we have a North Node eclipse this time, which is something very, very important, something new is going to come up. You are going to get the opportunities that changes the trajectory of our destiny. Since this North Node eclipse is in the sign of Gemini, that thing that comes up is likely to be connected with a piece of information, since Gemini is ruled by Mercury, the planet of intellect and communication. So keep your mind uncluttered. You should be ready to grasp any opportunity that comes your way. And it is not any old piece of trivial information. It is something that will be striking for you. Something that we haven't known about, so it can be a surprise. And it can be a surprise of something that you had probably never imagined that it could be possible. So if you've had your foundations and if you've decluttered yourself in your mind, body, and soul, you'll be able to grasp these things and probably even manifest what you had dreamt or desired. So the full moon and the lunar eclipse in Gemini is a quincunx Venus in Scorpio. It's coming with an aspect of Venus in Scorpio. So the ruler of which is the ruler of the full moon. Now Mercury is sextile Jupiter and Saturn. Whatever it is that the full moon will reveal, it may feel awkward at first because, see, the moon is in aspect with the Venus. And the full moon is occurring in Gemini. Mercury is a ruler of Gemini, which is actually sitting in a very comfortable aspect with Jupiter and Saturn. So you may feel awkward for some time, but then you'll become comfortable. However, it is eventually bringing us the much needed clarity. So when we say clarity, it means the Gemini clarity is not your usual definition of clarity. It does not necessarily mean the absence of ambiguity, but more likely that the revelations that reality is sometimes contradictory. So the reality is you may feel it is contradictory, but if you adapt to the changes, you will actually become comfortable in those changes and probably start marching on your way to success. You must understand this sign Gemini. It's learning about duality. Now, Gemini is a mutable dual sign. Gemini doesn't have a yes or no type of energy in a way that the Aries, Leo, or Scorpio have. This sign Gemini is synonymous with the concept of duality. They're always speaking their part of the truth of the moment. So that is how, though we say Geminis are dual, but basically they change with the moments, and then they are speaking the truth. So we are half divine, half nature, half yin, half yang, half sun, half moon. So duality is inherent in everything that the Geminis do. And this is exactly what the role of Gemini is, to show us that duality is necessary. Adaptability to time is necessary. And it actually shows us that we are different. When you talk to someone, for example, communication is ruled by Gemini. You become aware of this duality of yours. The person you are talking to, or the person you are talking to, is not like you, and they cannot be like you because we are all different. So when you talk to them, you share a little bit of your universe and take in a little bit of the other person's universe. So it is you share your perspective and you understand the other person's perspective. This process of exchange is absolutely necessary, and it fulfills its purpose when it is done from a place of genuine curiosity. If it doesn't come from a place of curiosity, we get the dark side of Gemini, which is I only believe in what I see, touch, and feel. Everything else is a lie. Or the dark side of the opposite sign, which is Sagittarius. I am right and you are wrong. So while the duality and division are a necessary process in the development of a psyche, being divided and having black or white thinking, that is the result of failing to embrace what Gemini really stands for. So it stands for curiosity, critical thinking, and diversity of thought. And that's what this eclipse is going to be colored about. That's how you need to take it. You need to be curious, you need to be a little analytical, and you need to be open to the new things happening in your life. So if you are a black and white type of a person, the truth of the eclipse in Gemini will reveal, and it might shock you. And you need to adapt. It may shock you, get shocked, but the opportunity is right there. So take in the surprises. And you may actually think, how come what I thought to be the truth is not actually the truth, but at best, half the truth? So, what does this lunar eclipse in Gemini tell you? It tells you think differently. And especially when it is a penumbral eclipse with the north node. Now, the north node eclipses, that is the Rahu eclipses, are usually more auspicious than the south node eclipses. However, they will make you feel uncomfortable at first, but eventually, when you adapt to the times, things will become brilliant. Rahu actually points towards the progress. So they teach us to get outside our comfort zone, get out of our bubble, and experience this world. The great thing about North Node eclipses is that there's no need to fear them. Whatever you are called to embrace, it's a part of your life's purpose. It's your calling of the time. And if you work towards it, you can actually find that your opportunities are there, you've grabbed them, and they say, happy days are here once again. You can't go wrong when you take action at a North Node eclipse. You can't go wrong if you do things a bit differently. You will never go wrong if you change your mind or even your worldview, a little bit of change of your perceptions and acceptance, and you change the world around you. The worst thing you could do is to do nothing at all. Or the worst thing you could do is if you just dismiss what life offers you. If you don't feel challenged in the process, if you don't feel resistance, you are saying no to your North Node and thus missing out on the opportunities. So be vigilant, take the best advantage of this time. Think about yourself, think about your dreams, think about your desires. And yes, the opportunities are there. You have these 15 days to knock doors and open the doors for you. It's okay to feel out of your depth. It is okay to feel uncomfortable for some times, because this is exactly what the role of the North Node is, what Rahu does. It shakes you up and it actually illuminates your path. Now, walking, you have to do. So the full moon and lunar eclipse in Gemini is our opportunity to open our minds and have the courage to think differently. Have the courage to have a different perspective. Have the courage to think collectively and then start knocking at the doors, and you will definitely see your doors opening. This is the time of full disclosure. This is the time when the universe will speak to you directly. Pay attention to what your inner heart says, what your sixth sense prompts. Write down your thoughts and feelings because it may change your life completely. Take actions only after you have deliberated on it and start laying the foundations for your plans within the 15 days or perhaps at least 10 days. That is why during these full moons, especially when the North Node is included, that's the time they say, please meditate. In our Vedas also it's written that meditation is going to open and illuminate your path. Basically, it is the same that when you declutter your mind, body, and soul, and you're open and receptive to change your perspective in according to the time, what the times are demanding, and that is the new path, is what is going to lead you to the success in life. Stay blessed and may you grab your opportunities. Please don't dismiss what life offers you. However small or trivial it may seem now, it will actually fructify to a big tree. God bless you all.